What's the motherfucking deal, man? Welcome to the den. Hopefully, everything is cooperating as it should. Hopefully, everything is doing what it's supposed to do, and we can have us a good, smooth stream today. I'm not going to say anything because every time I say something complimentary of the computer, it does something off the wall, right? But y'all already know what it is because y'all see the man on the screen. Y'all know what it is when this man joins the den. We got to get it in. Who we got joining us this afternoon for this wonderful WAP conversation?
Oh man, I'm so sorry. I've been laughing at this ever since I heard the news. I'm sorry, I can't stop laughing. This is just too funny to me.
Yes.
What's going on, everybody? This is your boy Man Up. I'm coming at you with a video with my boy Honcho. As Jess Sarah just called me, the Cookie Beard. That's gonna be my new name. I like that, Jess Sarah. Thank you. I'm a trademark that. Well, yeah, we're gonna share the proceeds. Let's go ahead and have fun here. Let's talk about this. Let's get people's point of view and go from there.
Absolutely. So, all you wonderful people, y'all know how it goes, man. The lovely den folk in the middle. We're going to see who we have joining us this evening. Again, if you don't know, make sure you're following all the proper social medias. Everything you need is listed in the links down below. It's with Densho Live on Facebook, if you want to join the Facebook page, and Honcho HTX on Instagram and Twitter. Also, if you go to featured channels on the main den page, you will see the link to Mr. Man Up's channel. Make sure you go and subscribe. What it do 713. And again, like I said, we got a lot to talk about. And you know how it goes in the den. It's never what you think it's gonna be, but it's what you already know what's gonna happen. Now y'all are. That's why you're here. Y'all know what's about to take place. So, let's see who's joining us, and then let's talk about it. John from New York, what's the motherfucking deal? How you doing this afternoon, sir? Infinity Reform Pimp, what's the motherfucking deal? The lovely Miss Jess Sarah, how you doing this afternoon, ma'am? The lovely Miss Kate Grace joining us this afternoon. Man up holding down the chat and the motherfucking stream. That's double duty right there. Ronald Isaac, that name sounds familiar. But I don't know. Trixie McFly, how you doing this afternoon, ma'am? Let's see. Cookie beer. Footballer 503, what's the motherfucking deal? Tia Johnson, what's the motherfucking deal? How you doing this evening? Well, I'm trying to afternoon. Ray Wright, how you doing this afternoon? I hate to hear that, Miss Grace. Makes me sad. That makes me real sad. R.I.P. to Winter. He was loved by the den folk. He would often, chime in the back of Miss Grace's call, share his thoughts and his opinions with us. So it's a lot of love for Mr. Winter. He's walking down the Golden Kitty streets now. But that's sad to hear. I'm sorry to hear that, Miss Grace. Our thoughts are with you. So, WAP, hot song. Like number one, I don't know where it went on the chart, but it was super popular. Everybody was talking about it. The memes. I mean, like it came about a month ago, maybe. I don't know. I never listened to it. I don't know. The most I heard of it was Ben Shapiro reciting the lyrics, right? So oh yeah, I saw that video. We're gonna talk about that probably later. Very interesting. But WAP, it's this big hit. Everybody made it seem on women, again, because we talk about like Cardi B music like that. A lot of these female rappers put out, like straight men don't listen to this music. Like they don't. Like gay men, LGBT community and women listen to this shit. Like men don't fucking support this nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's in a strip club. And that's a different conversation. There's an appropriate time and a place for that. But, so the WAP, it does this, it does that. Like I said, I don't know what the lyrics say, but they convince you rolling around on the ground like a stripper, half naked, and all this is going to keep a man, it's going to get you this, it's going to get you that, and the third. Apparently, the WAP cannot hold the household together. It's too slick. It's not sticky. It's too slick. It's just slipping around. Your relationship slips apart. Because here's my thing, women promote this Cardi woman like it's something special. Now, I want to say shout out to John because I think John ruined Offset and Cardi B's relationship. Things went downhill for that relationship ever since John called her a simp. I think she heard it, and she came to her senses. So congratulations to her for that. But it's like, even like the audacity to make a song, and the reason why I'm saying this is not even about Cardi. Be honest, it's not about Offset. It's about women not realizing that the value of pussy has gone to shit. Like, it's gone to shit. It doesn't mean anything. Y'all are the only ones who are still valuing. Y'all and, like simp ass dudes. Men realize that there has been a shift and a change. And, a lot of men are not biting the shit. Like, they're not falling for the shit. But it's women who are promoting and putting this stuff and just makes it's doing it. Yeah, you have power over simp ass dudes, right? But you got bitches out here saturating the market. $7.99 a month, you get the OnlyFans. She gonna show you everything you want. But she's a business owner now because OnlyFans is and technically, if you're making money and if you're doing something with the intent of making money, it's a business. But if your business is your body, you in a bullshit business, babe. Let me tell you why. Because if you thinking that whoever you are, wherever, it doesn't matter. It don't matter if you turned 18 today, right, and decided, fuck, I'm finna start a fucking OnlyFans. I'm gonna get in business for myself. It's gonna pay for college. You're not in a sustainable business. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Yeah, 67%. Yeah, I agree. And got game. What's the motherfucking deal? But it's just like, you said it was an X before it happened. And it's like, it's a bad business model. You're gonna sell your body, right? Or even if you're doing it virtually, so you're not sleeping with a bunch of men. It's just, you got your digital stunt dicks or whatever you're doing. You're still selling your body. And once you've done one act, you're going to have to up the ante to keep the attention because the next bitch across the way is going to the extremes, fighting for the same attention you're fighting for the same customers you're fighting for. Then every day you get older, your business is gaining more and more competition. Because every day across this nation, it's a bunch of motherfuckers turning 18 that's legal and getting into the business. So the whole point of me saying a lot of this, and I'm going to let Mr. Manham speak after this, is that before we preface this conversation, women, stop overvaluing your pussy. It only has value to suckers. You know what I'm saying? The man you want is not buying into your bullshit, right? And again, they don't care. So you have to bring more to the table. That's good. Having sexual skills is good. That's fine and that's dandy. But if that's all you got, you're bound to lose. If that's all you can say, well, there's good ass pussy. Well, there's a lot of good ass pussy. All pussy's good if you make it good enough. It is what it is. It's up to the man to decide if it's good or not, honestly, in his opinion. And so that's where I want to start this. But Mr. Mando, because you dropped a video recently, when you heard that the WAP had flopped, that the divorce was taking place, what were your thoughts, man? What came to mind?
Man, I'm gonna be real with you. The first thing came to my mind, I bust out laughing. I couldn't stop laughing. Third, okay, let me go and be real with this. Let me stop that. Let me go and be real. First thing that came to my mind really was that now you see that it's more than what you got between your legs. It's gonna keep a relationship going.
Correct.
Another thing that came to my mind was during this coronavirus, this pandemic, it has claimed a lot of relationships. Think about it. All the people that's getting divorces, these ever since February of this year, something like that, March maybe. Just think about it. And this is not no exception. People are starting to realize the person that they say they love, they can't stand. Now, back onto this WAP stuff. I've known a lot of women that thinks that portray themselves this way. And K Grace, you had me laughing earlier. You said she don't have WAP, she got some doubt, which is dead ass pussy. I'll laugh my ass off. But anyway, I'm like, look, man, this should teach people, not just women, men too. It's more to life than just sex, money. It's what you bring to the table as a human being. You know what I'm saying? It's what you understand that you want out of life, and can this pussy or can this dick or can this money do? No, it's not gonna do what you want it to do. Your brain, your heart, your soul is what's going to propel you in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people think this way for some odd reason. And I want to get back to the point. Now, I did not like her music, but I respected her as a person, as what she would bring it to the table. And I'm talking about Queen Latifah. I'm talking about MC Light. I'm talking about Salt and Pepper. You know, them female rappers back then.
Yes.
They talked about respect, earning your way through life. You know what I'm saying? Not demanding this or that. Not talking about this here, what I got, all that stuff. No. They talking about earning everything. These days, now that's all you hear. And it goes back to me, this is another thing I had thought about. I didn't mention it in my video I did about this topic, but I had thought about it, and I was like, so a lot of women got mad at Jermaine Dupri for what he said about female rappers today. And just in case y'all don't know, what he said was true. And what he said was, all they are is strippers rapping.
Correct.
So instead of getting mad, prove him wrong. Instead of getting mad, it takes more energy to get mad and to want to diss him than to prove him wrong. These days, in the past, maybe 10 years or more, that's all women rappers talk about.
Yes. And not to cut you off, it was interesting because I had and you're familiar with Spitz. Everybody else may not be familiar with Spitz, but if you watch the sauce, you know Spitz. Me and Spitz were chopping it up after a stream one time. We were talking about female rappers, though. Like, we've talked about, black female role models in here often. And just female role models, period, at this point, because, it's across the board. I don't think it's isolated to one race in particular, but I do think black women are at the forefront of it. Yeah, Missy was a GOAT. There'll never be another Missy Elliott. Because here's the thing, though, right? Because here's the thing, like with Missy music, everybody fuck with Missy music. I listen to Missy. Like, I will openly admit, I listen to Missy music. I might have had a Missy album, if I'm not mistaken. Missy Jam, Beat Me 911, BB Who Got the Keys to the Jeep, all that shit. Like, every Missy song went hard. She had a unique flow. She could rap. Now, every chick sounds the same, and they all rap about promoting prostitution. You know what I'm saying? But it's so dumb. My pussy can get me a purse. Okay, what you gonna put in the purse? You know what I'm saying? Like, or I can get this, or I get that. Like, you rap about exchanging your body for material shit, and think that's something classy, or think that's something worse. That's trash. And again, like the argument, the conversation me and Spitz had, we were talking about, it's like male rappers. They talking about, women say, well, men are misogynists. They make these songs too. True and false, right? Because here's the thing. If a man makes a song like that, it's like either a club song and it's determined for a particular reason. If the whole song is like that, talk about females, and because that's what the women like in the club. But the majority of male rappers who've come up, it hasn't been because they made a bunch of songs about fucking hoes, or a bunch of, like, they'll drop a bar or two in a verse. So, you may have 3 verses, to say there's 3 16s on a song, 16 bars. You might get 6 to 8 bars between those 3 16s that might be about fucking on some hoes or doing something off the wall, or, something like that. It's not going to be every other line about my dick does magic tricks and I do this and I make this big, like, no nigga wants to hear that. You know what I'm saying? No dude wants to, like, I'm not listening to some other nigga album and he talking about, my dick got magic tricks and doing all that. I mean, nigga, what is nigga? Boop, get this shit out of this. You get no play in the ride. You feel me? Like, no man wants to hear that. Like, niggas not finna listen to that shit. And so this is female stuff. You know what I'm saying? And right, under the guise of empowerment. But how are you getting empowered? By selling yourself for material goods, right? You know what I'm saying? Like shit that fades, and the motherfuckers don't want classy shit. Don't even know how to take care of half the shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's a
Hey,
whole. That's another conversation.
hey, let me cut you off right there. I'm
Mm-hmm.
sorry. Let me cut you off.
Mm-hmm.
Infinity, you is 100% correct. Sure, you got what, but can you read a book? Wow,
Exactly.
you is 100% correct. And this kind of goes back to this song. Me and you talked about this before. Damn, I can't think of her name right now. God damn it. She made a song, the only female song that I've heard in the past 10, 20 years. Probably not 20, but still. That was empowerment. Damn, I can't think of her name right now. I gotta look it up. But anyway, uh, she's basically said, uh, she won't bust it open for a book, but she'll bust it open for social media.
Mm-hmm.
And you is 100% correct, Infinity. A lot of these women, and yes, I'm saying women, because this is what you see, and Honcho hit the nail on the head. Men don't talk about stuff like this all the time. Yeah, we might say it here and there, but that's all women talk about is what they got between their legs. It's their looks. It's what they with their chest, all that stuff, they ass, all that. And like I said, let's go back to the female rappers back in the day to where uh they were talking about empowerment. Yeah, I didn't like a lot of them rappers, they songs back in the day. No, I didn't. But I respected it. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference. I respect it. And I would say, okay, I didn't have any kids at that time, but if I did have kids at that time, I would say, this is what you can do. This is how you're supposed to live. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not teaching my daughter to live like this with what these women are doing now. I'm teaching my daughter right now, forget all this makeup, forget all this weed, forget all this, trying to draw attention to yourself. The attention is going to come.
Exactly.
Trust me. And but with the first, I forgot, it's on this song by Lil Jon Eastside Boys. I can't think of the name of the song right now. But a verse in that song, a part of that song said, it's sad, but I knew your pussy before I knew your name.
Yeah.
And that's pitiful.
Yeah.
Because that's what you're promoting. That's what you are promoting. So, with that being said, Hunter, I want to ask you a couple of questions real quick. A total of 3 questions.
Okay.
Give me your honest opinion. Now, did that WAP keep Offset at home?
No, absolutely not. Even prior to this, I mean, it's been an ongoing thing for the entirety of their relationship that he has been, flirting with other women, messing with other women. I'm not sure. I remember there were like allegations of some type of outside pregnancy or something. I don't know the full details. Like I said, I'm not heavily into the celebrity thing, but there were definitely a lot of allegations and accusations of him finagling with other women who were not on the stature of Cardi B, right?
Now, let me ask you this. Did that WAP keep Jay-Z at home?
Not the Queen Bee. Don't talk about the Queen Bee. You know they're gonna come stinging if you talk about the Queen Bee. You know what I'm saying? But again, yeah, apparently the woman that most women put on a pedestal, the Queen, maybe that wasn't enough to keep everything at the house.
And what about all of these men that Halle Berry said, her exact words, every relationship she's ever been in, the man cheated on.
Oh, but I've been saying this for years. I believe like Halle Berry has the worst pussy on the planet. Like, I think she's all show. Like I've been saying this for a long before I ever even got on YouTube. But like I'm a firm believer that Halle Berry has the worst sex in the entire world. Like Monster Ball, yeah, it was acting. Like because there has to be some she don't leave nobody. Everybody leaves her. You know what I'm saying? Like it's always Halle Berry's the one getting like either her personality is like super trash, is not worth the whatever, or maybe it ain't worth it, or like I say, she's just bad and be like, it's again, I guess looks are a thing, but they can't be everything. So again, you can't value all that shit because that shit, no, it didn't keep no niggas. It had fucking Wesley karate kicking upside the head and shit. Like, yeah, it wasn't that wild thing stopped. A damn thing.
So my point, I mean, I could keep going on and on and on if you want, but my point in bringing all that up and saying that is this: obviously, it's more to it than that.
Yes.
And there's a stupid ass saying that I've heard since I was a little youngin', since I was a little man up. You know, I was a little tiny man up. And I'm not 100% sure where it came from, but I was told that women created this saying. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Please correct me if I'm wrong. That the best way to a man's heart is through his stomach.
Correct.
And I always said that's a damn lie. Because I don't need a woman to cook for me.
Yeah.
So my point in saying all that is this. It's more to it than what you think. And the same thing goes for men. It's more to it than what we think. And what I'm trying to say is this. If all you can do is bring your body or your money to the table, sorry, man, guess what? There's always going to be someone better than you in bed. There's always going to be someone richer and got more status than you. There's always going to be somebody better. Always. It's never, ever going to always be what you think it is.
Right.
It's more to it than that. And my point is this. If we sit here and just think that, well, I got a Lamborghini or I got a big fat ass and all that, this is what it's going to take. No, it's not. It's not. Just look at all these people that's now, like I said, in 2020, that's getting divorces. And of course, there are some that's not famous that we don't know about. Or some that probably just haven't hit the mainstream radar yet. I'll put it like that. Obviously, it's more to it than what you think. It takes time. It takes commitment. It takes understanding. It takes trust. It takes love. It takes honor. It takes dignity. I mean, I can keep going. I'm not going to keep going, but I can keep going on and on and on. You know what I'm saying? And this is one of the main reasons why I've been married as long as I have. To the same woman as long as I have. Never stepped out on her. She's never stepped out on me. We've been together through thick and thin. We basically finna get our business up and going pretty soon here. Get it running. You know what I'm saying? And I was wondering this before we started the stream, and I looked this up. I was like, I know Cardi B, she's doing her thing. She's making her money. And I looked it up. I said, how much is they worth apart? I looked it up. Cardi B is worth $24 million. And I said it's worth $26 million.
Really? I thought she'd be worth more. Interesting.
I thought she'd do it first. That's the numbers I came up with that I looked it up and I saw. So at the end of all that, what I'm trying to say is when he's basically is the breadwinner because he's worth more, he's finna get taxed. You know it.
Yeah, that's
so. And the part that kills me is this: a lot of women might see this video later on, or might be thinking in themselves or whatever. Well, he cheated. He deserved this and that. No. Once you forgave that, and you married the man, and you had a baby with him, and all that good stuff, now that's on you.
Yeah.
That's on you. Now, if you didn't like all that, you should have just let it go right then and there.
Yeah, you got to take everything that comes in. Once you accept that apology or whatever you want to call it, you've hit the reset button. You no longer get to continue to hold that over somebody's head. You accepted them, you forgave whatever, and then, everything that came with it. But ultimately, like we're not saying that Offset's a great guy or anything like that. He's stepping out. That's a conscious decision. But what we are saying is that women have to stop putting the physical on a pedestal because that's what the majority of modern women bring to the table these days. Pretty much, especially, we're a little bit older than that, but anything 30 and under is, you might as well throw it away and hit the reset button at this point because a lot of the shit that traditional shit that we felt was traditional, all that shit is out the window. But yet,
Yep.
a lot of them still want to receive the traditional benefits. I should be, able to stay at home and do this and be spoiled and be praised, but I don't want to cook. That's again, like I said, I said earlier, that's beneath me, or that's sexist, or like it's sexism when it's convenient. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like it's really wild. Like, what is it to cook for somebody? Especially if they're doing the providing. Like, there's a lot of women who can't do shit but order DoorDash these days. You know what I'm saying? And it's terrible. So, and then again, like, there's a lot of stuff, like I say, that we could dive deeper into reasons why things are happening. But this is just more so a surface level conversation about, stop trying to prop that WAP, because it's not what it is. Again, we live, especially when you live in a world where you're in competition with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if you're selling your body as your tool, guess what? Swipe right, swipe left. You got every kind of motherfucker. Like, you're in competition that you're probably not going to win if that's all you're bringing. So you bring no uniqueness and you bring nothing else to the table, you're probably not going to win. But at the same time, again, there's a lot of factors in that, depending on the partner you're choosing, things of that nature. You know what I mean? But as to what men want. But there's a lot of things that I think women have to stop doing. And one of those things is stop taking advice from other women, as far as like dating and what men want, especially if the woman has never been married. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a crazy thing. I've seen women who are married take advice from single women. Like, never held down a relationship. Like, that's so dumb. You know what I'm saying? And the single chick can't tell you nothing but use your body. That's why she can't keep married. That's all she's focused on is the frivolous, the surface level shit. That makeup washes off. The body ages. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you bring to the table then? Like I say, if it's all about the body, then well, shit. If I'm taking care of you, I'm doing all this shit, and all you brought to the table was a body, well, I'm gonna go buy me a new body. I'm gonna go find me a younger, more spry, model, right? And you can't get mad about it that that's all you brought. Like, so I think you have to think deeper, and I think you have to really look at, what skill set, you possess. And I think that there's a lot of women who are not on the market or not in the game, not because of, their level of attractiveness or anything like that, but they just don't realize, like, that's all they got. And so they think, something is wrong or something ain't going right. But it's really them. It's just really you having to look at yourself and figure, okay, this is where I'm lacking. This is where I can improve. But the music tells you, again, if the Cardi B tells, all you got to do is throw some pussy on them, you're going to get an offset. And women believe this. And, yeah, there's a lot of women out there doing it and getting fucked and getting paid for it, but there's no longevity to it. Now you out going on and looking for the next motherfucker, the next superstar or whatever. And he using you just like everybody else. You're not going to seal the deal. But then there's a lot of women nowadays say they don't want to be married and they're happy with that lifestyle. I don't believe it at all, but, people will justify the way they're living and to other people to try to sell it to them. You know what I'm saying? They're going to go and get upset, not offset. Absolutely, yeah. And that's the thing, and then it becomes, I hate men, but what did you try to do other than promote your body? You know what I mean? And so, and I'm not saying this is every single woman, that is not the case, but at this point, the majority of women who are being produced now, who are becoming of age and, getting into that market and all these things, it's worse and worse. The percentages are much higher that trash is getting pushed out than quality women. I think back then, more quality women were being produced, and they were, upstanding things. And again, life was different, especially when you're talking about when women didn't have to work and, things were a little bit more. We can get into all of the stuff as to why things have changed, but like, I think you have to look at it. Like Man Up mentioned, him and his wife have multiple ties, as far as, a business and doing things like that. That's a game changer. Like, what are you trying to build with your partner? A lot of women don't want to build. Like, a lot of women want a complete project and feel like they're good enough to just slide into something somebody already built and they should be treated like royalty. And that's buffoonery. Like, that is so fucking arrogant. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's disgusting. And I wouldn't even entertain conversation with someone like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's how most of them feel. Women who have nothing in their name, have nothing to bring to society, ain't done shit. I've seen some with multiple children saying, I deserve this, 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 and this. And you have multiple children, different fathers, but you expect that there should be a man who is good and established, and he should come in and swoop up and save all of your burdens from everything that you've done. That doesn't make sense. That's arrogant. That's selfish. And you probably got a better chance hitting the fucking lottery. You know what I mean? So, all I'm saying is like, you got to think different. Stop believing a lot of the hype. Stop reading a lot of these magazines. Stop reading a lot of these blogs where women are telling you that, or even if the men tell you that there's no fault of yours. What was old buddy's name? Do you remember? I can't think his name right now. Dude used to always tell women all the nonsense, and they be eating that shit up. Derrick Jackson, that's the one. The one who used to always be, like, you gotta stay away from it. If a motherfucker is not willing to tell you that you have faults and flaws and, give you advice on how to fix them. Now, it's different if motherfuckers just point out your flaws and just harping on that shit, then that's like an insult. But if they're saying, hey, man, this is what I would advise you to do, this is what I would suggest, this is, how I would handle the situation, that's different. If they're pointing out your flaws and offering solutions. But if a motherfucker's telling you there's nothing wrong, get away from them as soon as possible, because they're aiming directly for your pocketbooks. Because that's all it is. If a motherfucker tell you that you nothing wrong with you, you need to be treated however, don't matter how big you are, how small you are, how matter this. Look, man, you can't tell somebody that people should accept them for who they are, right? Like, you don't have to. Like, motherfucker don't like big women, that's fine. If I don't like skinny women, that's fine. Like, and you can't be mad because some nigga lying to you on the internet who wants your money is telling you all this shit. But then when you get out there into the real world, you realize none of that shit is shaking like that. You know what I mean? And none of his advice works. None of it. I don't see women anywhere talking about, Derrick Jackson's advice changed my life. No, they stay miserable, mad, and upset and keep watching him and wondering what's going wrong with him. You know what I mean? So, again, I want what's best for you ladies. This is just a prime example of who not to be listening to, who not to be believing. Stop believing this music and all this other shit, thinking that your pussy is going to get you promoted, because it's not.
Yeah, my thing is here too. Yeah, this is not just really talking about Cardi B and Offset. This is more like in general. It's like there is more to it in life, period. Because people do like to use their looks, their status, things like that to get them by. It's like these days people don't want to. What's going on, Trill? These days people don't want to work for what they want. They want to cry and whine. I deserve. No, you have to earn everything you get. That's called life. And at the end of the day, guess what? Excuse me. Guess what? If you don't work hard and earn it, you're not going to get it, or it's not going to be sustainable. Then you're going to be upset. That's when a lot of people gonna start blaming everybody else for their actions, or my business didn't work because of this. He did this or she did that. No, it's you. It's you. At the end of the day, man, you gotta take a self look in the mirror. You gotta say, okay, guess what? I need to do this, or I should have done that, or whatever. Look, this is more of a fact to listen to. Like Hunter was just saying. If you can't take criticism, something is really wrong with you. We take criticism on a regular basis as men. And Trill hit me up to this video that I watched a little bit earlier today. And these ladies were talking about, are men the prize? I don't know if he sent you this, Honcho, or not, but
yes, I think I watched it.
And they was talking about how men do all this crazy stuff and blah, blah, blah. All men cheat and have side babies. I'm like, damn, I guess I need to go have a side baby then, since all men do it. You know what I'm saying? I don't cheat. I have never cheated on any relationship I've ever been in my life. So what's going on? So, and then I was thinking to myself, I was like, you know what? This shit happened to me, So I said, can I flip this script and say, all women do is cheat and have side babies and all this stuff? Can I say that? Because this happened to me, and I still have the paperwork to prove it. I still have that paperwork. On both times it happened to me. Yes, twice. Not once, but twice. It happened to me. So, and at the end of the day, guess what? I'm not blaming all women for what just these couple of women have done to me. I ain't sitting here saying all women are this and that. They hoes, they some bitches. No, I don't do that. Because if I did that, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now.
I got a question for you though, because you said something real interesting, right? So you said you had the incident happen to you twice, but after that, like, do you feel like you changed in the taste of woman that you looked for, or do you think that even after that you kind of were attracted to the same type of woman?
No, I actually started digging a little bit deeper into what it is that I wanted in a woman. It opened my eyes up to saying, okay, do you have this quality, this quality? Something that I wanted. I'm not just saying that. I'm not going to sit here and say that all women are the same. No, because it's not true. I'm not going to sit here and say uh, my wife is going to sit here and have babies with other men just because it happened to me. So can I say these things? I mean, yeah, I could physically say it, but is it really true? No, it's not true. You see what I'm saying? It's not true. So I'm not going to damage. Well, excuse me, not damage. I'm sorry. Let me take that back. I'm not going to sit here and accuse an innocent person for what a guilty person did, if that makes sense. How I put that.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing, and that's why I kind of asked what you asked, because what happens with a lot of the women who say that all men are, well, it's not all men. It's all the men you date, because you always date the same type of men. You know what I'm saying? And so you want this one particular kind of man to work out, but you date 10 of them, none of them work out, and you keep on fucking doing it. Now it's all men are trash. It's not the fact that you're trash picker of people. You know what I'm saying? You have trash taste. You know what I mean? Or you're just ignoring the signs and hope for something. It's you. And again, like I say, when you just said you started looking for something, you kind of start paying more attention. You look for something deeper. Then you find a better situation. But when you keep
Yeah.
going after the same thing, where they say never trust a big button to smile, and that's all you keep falling in that same fucking trap, and you got 2 or 3 kids all over, or whatever else, men, women, whoever it may be, it's only you to blame. You know what I mean? That's it. That's that. I mean, and most women don't get that. It becomes an all men problem, because a lot of women um, are not held accountable and won't accept accountability for their choices, the decisions that they make in relationships. I've never seen a woman. It's something we've talked about. I've never seen a woman take responsibility for a bad relationship. I've never seen a woman get
Yep.
the relationship end, and then she says, it was me. There were issues that I had in a relationship. There were things that I did that were messed up, fucked up, or whatever. I've never seen it. It's always the man, and I've seen plenty of guys. I've admitted even situations that I've had that it was on me. I should have improved. I could have been better. There were things that I wasn't handling like I should have, but I've never ever seen it. So and that's an accountability issue.
That's one thing my mom taught me growing up. I know y'all heard me say this plenty of times before.
Hmm.
What is the most common denominator in all of that situation? And it was me. And what I mean by that in this situation is I had to learn, okay, this ain't really what I want.
Yeah.
So I had to put all that to the side and be like, okay, what is it that I did or did not do to bring this headache stress on myself? And like you said, Honcho, I've had relationships, like I said, I ain't never cheated, but I had relationships where I didn't pay attention to her, I didn't give a damn or whatever about the relationship or her or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I only came around when I wanted something. Yeah, I did shit like that. But it made me realize, I, you know, I did not like it. So I'm saying I can admit that. And I agree with you, Hunter. Even me having 8 sisters, my aunties, female cousins, my mom, all of them, I have never heard not one single female admit that they fucked up. I mistreated him, or I shouldn't have did this, or I shouldn't have did that. Not once.
And the funny thing is, it could be a woman could be the one that cheated, and you know what the excuse is going to be. It's going to be some justification. Well, he wasn't showing me enough attention, or he wasn't taking care of the emotions. It will never be that you're responsible for the actions in which you engage. Because if a man was to say the same thing, then there's shame on you. You can't control your dick, and woo, 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 all that other extra stuff. So all I'm saying is, and again, and I know some of y'all ain't liking it. And we'll open up the lines here in a second, and definitely, you can share your thoughts, and if you disagree. But It's true, and I mean, you could ask many, but again, we'll do a quick poll. Fellas that are in here, and ladies too, everybody. Let's be honest. Again, 1 for yes, 0 for no. Have you ever heard a woman say that a failure of a relationship was her fault? Go for the while you get it up with the clap. Terrible. I've never heard it. You know what I'm saying? So if you have, definitely let me know. 1 for yes, 0 for no. And again, shameless self promotion. So this weekend in the Discord, we are going to do the Digital Den meet and greet Saturday evening sometime. If you want to be a part of that, definitely let me know via the Discord so I can keep track of it. And if you want to be a part of that, you're going to have to get on camera. If you don't want to get on camera, then you cannot participate in the digital meet and greet. It's like we ain't going to cough on each other and stuff, meet in person, but we're going to chop in the thing and we just chop it up. Actually get to see some of the den folk for who they are. So don't y'all be hiding, and make sure you clean your rooms up and shit before you get on camera, because niggas will talk about you. You know what I'm saying? Niggas will, that motherfucker, especially Professor Trill. He ain't gonna show that truck, that cab, but he gonna talk about your room. We know what's going on. We're gonna do that on Saturday evening. So if you want to be a part of that, definitely let me know. I think Friday night, we try to do some den folk community stuff, so we may do some karaoke, some duets is the plan. We'll see how that works. Yeah, and then on Sunday, I know I don't normally stream, but we depending on what goes on with the Texans Ravens game. Sunday is my birthday. We may have a little den birthday bash. We may do it in the Discord. We'll figure it out. So there is a possibility of a stream on Sunday if y'all, I know normally weekends don't shake it. So just letting y'all know that. No filthy bad. Like if you got to go to the restroom, leave your camera where it's at. Just put it on the stand and mute it. Because nobody will hear you flushing. And if your ass ain't wash your hands or no shit like that. So you say, Shonda says, it was my fault for a fair relationship you admitted to. Okay, that's what's up. And Treatment Fly says, I left for good reason, but I wasn't faultless. Okay, absolutely. That's again, I feel like the den ladies are a special type of lady, because the fellas, we talk a lot of shit, and for the ladies who come in here, they they stick through it. They have to have they're built differently. You know what I'm saying? So I commend you for that. Rare Pokemon. Look at Heidi. Now we may not do it in the den on YouTube, so that way Heidi can't steal my birthday. You know what I'm saying? You say you think ladies tell each other, but don't admit it to other guys. I possibly believe that. But again, but women won't hold each other to that level of accountability. Like they'll tell their friends, "Oh, girl, it wasn't you. He ain't know what he had. You had to go get appreciated from somebody." They'll come up with the nonsense and the shenanigans. You feel me? So it's like I could probably agree with that. I think that women, they'll probably tell each other, "Oh, girl, this and then." Their friends will console them and. Tell him why he was a piece of shit even though he did nothing wrong or whatever it may be. So there's that. But Big Dre, you say you've seen one? Okay. Well, that's interesting. I'd like to hear about that. And hello. So you say you're not coming here for us, Miss Gray? Okay, that's all right, Miss Gray. We take you as you is. We love you no matter how you come. And let me see. Make sure I got all that out the way. Yeah. But like I say, getting back to it, we'll open up the lines here shortly. And Miss Rashida's birthday, I think, is on Monday, but we ain't celebrating her. We just celebrate me. I'm gonna block her out the Discord until like after her birthday, so she don't get no celebration. She don't get no love. She's gonna be mad. I'm like, why you bothering me? So cause she on the brink of Virgo. She almost ain't even a Virgo. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So I gotta really think about how to approach that situation. But no, man. So. Before we get ready to swap it up and change it up or anything. But are there any other further thoughts, that you have, that you're looking at this situation? Again, it can be bigger than just the divorce, but just like, is this like a sign of the current American relationship? Do you think that this is a bigger thing, or do you think celebrities are going through different experiences than, common individuals?
No, you're human. I don't care if you're famous or not. You're human. You got to know how to, if you chose to put yourself out in the limelight, you got to know how to handle it. So no, I'm not putting no excuses on anything. It's you, or it might be both of you. But in this case, I say it is both of them because he is no good himself, and then Cardi B ain't no good herself either. Now, I want to ask you this, Honcho, before you do change the thing. Do you know who Black China is?
Unfortunately, yes.
Okay. What do her and Cardi B have in common?
Probably terrible moms. I don't know. I don't know Cardi B's mom. I've never seen her mom. Bad strippers and fake bodies. I don't know.
There you go. You just said it. There you go. Now, the reason why I'm bringing that up, why I asked you that, is this. When I heard that Black China had got with Rob Kardashian, I told my wife, I said, watch in a couple of years, they're going to be divorced. And what happened? And then I said the same thing about Cardi B and Offset. I said, watch, they're going to get a divorce. And what happened? Now, I haven't said anything about my wife about this Cardi B thing yet. But my whole thing in saying that is because they were former strippers. And the reason why I'm saying that is if you are a stripper, I don't give a damn what no one says. You can argue with me till you're blue in the face. I'm not going to listen to you. I don't give a damn. You have no self-respect, no morals, no dignity for yourself. If you are willing to put yourself out there for $1, ain't no way in hell I can respect you as a human being. And obviously, neither can your husband.
And here's my view, and I can agree with you on that. Like I see, I'm a person like this, right? And I'm gonna believe, like I said, I'm not nobody hustle, but you gotta take everything that comes with it. You know what I'm saying? And I agree. So, like, if you choose to, like, life is down bad for me, I ain't got nothing going. I'm gonna hit this strip club. I'm gonna break a couple of tricks, do what I gotta do, and maybe make a better life. Because I sent a thing to Trill the other day about the chick who stripped so she could buy 2 trucks, and then she started a trucking company. I can't knock her for that. You using it as a means to an end. Now, she may be an ex-stripper that'll probably get with a dude and he gonna fuck with because she has a different mentality. You do have the rare, stripping for a better life. But the majority of them get into it for the life. Same reason, niggas sell drugs. It ain't, you start off broke, you know what I'm saying? You're trying to get some, but then you get addicted to the lifestyle, the fast money, the way people treat you, the way, just that everything's going on, that fast lifestyle, you get caught up in that. But yeah, if you're a woman and you choose to go strip, if you choose at this point to go start an OnlyFans, if you choose to do any of these things where you're putting yourself on display, and especially if there's a shit ton of cameras around. Like, I think stripping was different back in the day where, what happened in the strip club for the most part stayed in the strip club, but now that everybody has a camera, everybody has a fucking 4K fucking, production studio in their hands and shit, everywhere they go, like, everything is out there. You know what I mean? Like, there was some shit that happened in the strip club that Heidi was a big fan of with 2 Hispanic guys. It was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. And she watches that video every day. She told me, like, she wakes up and she watches the 2 Hispanic guys at the strip club and the terrible thing that happens. And that's how she gets her day started, But like I say, it's to the point now you have to accept everything that comes with it. Like, if you out there hustling, you get caught up, like, oh, I ain't do nothing. Yeah, you selling dope. It is what it is. Take your lick. And keep pushing. Either you learn from it, or if you want to go back out there and be a hardhead, accept all the consequences that come with it. That's my mentality. I don't care what anybody does. Don't cross my path. We don't have no problems. And accept your licks for the shit that you do. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. If you can't accept your lick, then you don't need to be doing that shit. And with stripping, the lick is your body's going to be exposed to everybody. Somebody going to slide in that strip club, take a picture of you, whatever. They gonna send it to your mama. They gonna send it to your exes. It's always some hoe ass niggas out there, especially if you stripping in your own hometown. It's gonna be that hoe ass nigga you ain't never get no play. I got this bitch. He gonna slide the stripper, try to pay you for something. If you deny him, reject him, he gonna put you out there. There's bitch ass niggas just like there's bitch ass women on scandalous shit too. So, like, these are things that come with it, and you got to be aware that there's a likelihood that it's gonna get exposed. There's a likelihood that most men don't want their woman being exposed to everybody else. Like, they don't want their woman being exposed to the whole fucking World Wide Web. But women don't get that because they're in it for the attention, especially on social media. You know what I'm saying? Like Kanye told you, IG got your bitch. You ain't got your bitch. She sent a picture to Instagram before she sent some shit to you. You know what I'm saying? She want them likes and that love on Instagram and all the other shit before you get it. And so to women, it's just, innocent attention. Oh, I'm dressed scant. Oh, I'm lonely with this half open ass robe and all that. And you think, it's sophisticated and sultry. Niggas looking at, man, I bust that bitch up right now, leaving that same bitch, and never talk to that hoe again. Like, that's how niggas looking at it. Niggas ain't looking at it. Yeah, they gonna hit the like button or whatever, because they thinking about fucking and ducking. They ain't, that is, there's, I've never seen a picture so sensuous, man. I would love to wife her. Oh my God, that ass out pose just makes me want to put a ring on it. No. You know, fat ass, that wig look like shit. I get my wee wet and wouldn't tell nobody. You know, like that's the type of shit I be on. Like, you know, on some real shit. Y'all, I'm gonna keep it all the way 100 with you in the end. Like, no man feels that way. No man, like if he does, it's not the man you want. If a man sees you having, well, I'd put a ring on that just so I could have it. You don't even want that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't even want that motherfucker. Like, it's like, and keep it 1,000. Y'all know this. You know what I'm saying? Because they posting this picture, getting all these attention from all these suckers. But, you know, the old Honcho pulling up around midnight to get it right, to dip and duck. Like, so it's all these games and all the shenanigans that are being played. Like, don't fall for the okie doke, fellas. Ladies, don't even get enticed by the fake attention. It's not genuine. There's no substance to it. Like, and love and appreciate yourself. Like, that's what this whole thing is about. Like, yeah, you might got some WAP, but everybody shouldn't fucking know it. Like, and that shouldn't be your primary feature. Like, that should be a third or fourth surprise. A pleasant line. This bitch is super square, but she, you know, she bitter, she funny and all this. And you probably think, oh, you know, she ain't all that. Then you put it on him. You know, don't go bragging about it. When he earns it, you put it on him. You feel me? Like, that's when it's worthwhile. You want to keep a man, that's what you show a lot of your other skills first. And then when it comes time for that, you know, you ain't got to brag on, oh, I'll put this on you, make you do all this and do it. When you talk like that, you've relegated yourself to the fuck zone. Like, women got the friend zone. Like, if I was ever talking to a chick and she started talking about, oh, I'll put the pussy on you, I'll never date this bitch. Like, I'm going to hit this shit. I'm going to fuck with her like that. But there will never be a reason for me to say that we're steady. You know what I'm saying? Because I've already got access to the pussy. I'm not going to promote this shit. This shit too easy. If it's this easy for me, it must have been that easy for the next man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm special, but I ain't that goddamn special. You feel me? So.
And you said something earlier, Honcho, that triggered in my head. Mm-hmm. You said, don't no man want his woman to be exposed that way.
Correct.
And that is 100% why a lot of men do not like that WAP song.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want the world to know what a woman can do.
Correct.
That is between me and you. You know what I'm saying? That the world don't need to know what my woman can do. I have never, ever, ever told anybody what goes on with me and my wife like that.
Exactly.
Because that is our business. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, this is one of the reasons why we've been married. So, excuse me. This is one of the reasons why we've been married for so long. It's because that respect factor. And you just said this earlier. That right there, what you do in the bedroom should be the last thing that he gets. And I 100% agree with that statement. Your communication, your time, your love, that should all come first. And only then, if he earned it, then that. Men are giving y'all ladies the game. This is what it is to get and keep a man. It's not what's between your legs. Oh yeah, you'll get him. Oh yeah, any man will fuck you. That ain't nothing. Any man will. But that's it. Now, if that's what you want, just to be fucked, then that's it. Okay, then you're doing your thing. Then you're doing the right thing. But if you want more than that, no, it's not going to work. It's not going to happen. Men have been telling women this for years, not with our words, but with our actions. We have been telling women this shit since the beginning of time, basically. You're not going to keep a man this way.
And that's why.
Just like you think you got it going on, you think you banging, you got a nice body, you can cook and all that stuff. So can the next one. It's what you can bring to the table that the next woman can't bring to the table or refuse to bring to the table.
Side note, I hate not only Heidi, but also Professor Trill. Both terrible people. You know, Professor Trill, I hope you get a flat at a way station. And Heidi, I hope you stub both of your pinky toes on some stairs. You know, here's my thing, right? And I agree, and that's the thing. And here we're gonna be 100 with you, you know, like, and that's what it's about. And again, this is game that shouldn't be given out, but it is what it is, you know. There's a reason why your 10 homegirl is always struggling to keep a man, and that your homegirl, your friend is a 6 is never available for girls' night out because she's happy in her relationship and she's doing things with her man and her family. There's a reason why. But again, that's for y'all to figure out. I think we've kind of covered a whole lot of that when we say that. So, you know, yeah, it's made funny for waiting until marriage. Well, yeah, you know, you're still terrible though, Heidi. Whether you waited or not, you're just a terrible person. You know what I mean? So, but my thing is, you know, you're like the female D Love. You know, but my thing is, and shout out to D Love wherever the hell you at. I'm gonna fuck with you till you show up again. But like, you know, my thing is this, man. We're living in this day and age where, you know, it's all sexual liberation. It's all slut walks and ice cream and shit. Like, and again, this all points back to the media. I've been talking about, you know, I'm going full Bretto on y'all. Instead of the government, to me, it's the media. Everything is the media. And the media includes social media, individuals putting this shit out, like regurgitating this nonsense. People got y'all believing that, you know, out here hoeing it up. And I've said this for a long time, like, you know, that's trash. The only men who want hoes is men whose moms were hoes. You know what I'm saying? And even them niggas get their mind right, like, and realize that. But a lot of times, like, the way she was raised, you saw, quote unquote, uncle whoever, you know, in and out the mix all the time. You think, oh, that's the way it's supposed to be. You know, mama dressed like a hoe. She dressed like a hoe. She got her ass cheeks hanging out with her kids at the fucking store. Or, you know, little son looking up at his mama. She looking like this and that. Well, he thinks that's what women's supposed to look like. He thinks that's the ideal version of a woman. She should look like that. You know what I'm saying? So if a nigga's into that, well, go check out his mama, you know. And she may be a church lady now. Go find some more pictures from 10, 15 years ago. See what she was really talking about. You know, she was out there wild, not 72 in the club and shit. But, you know, it's just like, man, so no man wants that. Like, the man you think likes that, you don't want that shit. It's going to be an abusive relationship. It's going to be a toxic relationship. It's not going to be what you think. But, again, you got to know better. You got to realize all attention isn't good attention. And, again, what do men want? Ultimately, sex, yeah. But if I don't have to work for it, I don't give a fuck about the rest of it that came with it. Like, if you gonna make it easy, that's all you gonna talk about. If I meet you and you talking about whopping and pussy, man, okay, well, this easy money. I'll enjoy this, and, you know, on to the next thing. And so that's all we're trying to say is that women value all of your everything else first. You know, promote everything else first. The pussy is the easiest thing that you fucking got to promote. Like, it's there. Like, it's not even a thing to fucking talk about. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it's deeper than that. We'll get ready in a second here to start opening up some lines. But like I said, Mr. Man Up, any last thoughts, anything you want to touch on before we switch it over here?
Man, we hit everything on the nail, hit the head on the nail. Nail, yeah, whatever. I can't get my words out right. But we hit all points, man. You right on a lot of things you're saying. And I just look at it like this, man. I'm a second note what you said. Then I'm gonna get up out of here myself. I gotta go make some cookies. But at the end of the day, man, it's not what you got between your legs. And fellas, it's not how much money you got. It's who you are as a person that's gonna sustain these relationships. Now, if that's what you want to do, like I said before, then you're doing the right things. But if that's not what you want, you need to take a look in the mirror and change it. Correct. So all that being said, man, that's it.
All right, that's a bit. Y'all give me just a moment. I'm going to put y'all here on the whole screen. I'm going to swap it over real quick, and then we will take some calls. I want to say shout out to Mr. Mando. Man, as always, you know, every time you come through, it's always a great conversation. I know I enjoy it. I know the den folks enjoy it. Anybody who don't, will go suck a toe. Shit, goddamn. Oh yeah, man. Oh, what flavors you got in right now? You say you finna go drop some more cookies. What flavors you got in right now?
Right now, what I got available, I got peanut butter with some M&Ms. I got turtle nuts. I got macadamia nut, and I got oatmeal raisin, which is my personal favorite. I love oatmeal raisin.
So again, if y'all are interested in some of the world's greatest cookies, Mr. Man Up's Good Ass Cookies, man, you know, definitely reach out. I'll put you in contact, or if you need to reach out to him directly, like I said, on the cover of the main page of the Den channel. You can find What to Do 713 on my list of featured channels, so make sure you go check it out. Y'all know y'all rock with Mr. Man Up every time he comes in there. Go show some love, go subscribe to the channel, and check it out. He's dropping videos often, and you definitely need to watch. I always have something very good to say. But with that being said, man, again, peanut butter, turtle nuts, macadamia nut, and oatmeal raisin. Get y'all some of them good ass cookies, man. And so, with that being said, let me put y'all on the whole screen real quick, and then we gonna jump right back. Again, another shout out to Mr. Man Up, man. I always enjoy, you know, when he's able to come through. Give me just a moment. Like I said, I will get the dilly dallies here together. Let me fix myself here. Look real crazy. I'm floating in the sky. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna do it like so. Looks real weird. Alright, I'll do it like that. Something like that. Alright, cool. All right, cool. Still just a little weird floaty thing going on right here. All right, cool. Something like that. All right, bet. So, we got a lot to talk about. We will take some calls for about the next 40 minutes. I know we jumped off a little bit later. Then again, I had a virtual parent conference thing. Those are cool, right? that was a real funny thing. We'll get to that. Everything else is good to me. Pull up the fucking line, and let's take some calls. So far, and I don't even want to say anything about it, but I'm going to say something just to see if it happens. But for the most part, it looks like the stream has been acting a lot better than it was. Y'all let me know what you think or how you feel, if you agree, because again, it may look different on your end than it does on my end. I guess we put that right there so y'all can actually. So it may look different on your end than it does on my end, because you know shit just be like that sometimes. Let's see what we got going on here. The fuck are you talking about? You doing? It's always something. Okay, cool. So, give me a second. We will put the number. I should be much darker, honestly. I should be way darker. Like, I've been spending a shit ton of time in the fucking sun every day. Like I'm out in that bitch like when the sun comes up. You feel me? I'm definitely trying to get darker so I can blackfish people. Fuck, I ain't even gonna trip on that. I ain't even gonna trip on that shit. Let me see. Let me see what the thing is. Make sure that's set up. All right. So if you got something on your mind, man, if y'all want to share your thoughts, I guess again, let me put the number up so you can call in. Where is the number? Oh, there it is. All right, cool. 855-948-0369 is the number. I guess I should actually have the screen up so I can see when the calls are coming in. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to the den this afternoon?
Hello.
Hola, ¿cómo está?
Me amo Rosita.
No habla inglés.
But anyway, I would like two extra large sausage and cheese pieces and a pepper.
That's not right. It sounds pretty racist. Why would you ask a Hispanic person to make you a pizza?
And some ranch.
This ain't Taco Bell. What you talking about?
Anyway, whatever. What's up, homie?
What's going on? Almost a Virgo. How are you doing this afternoon?
I'm doing all right.
So what are your thoughts on Cardi B's WAP?
I say people just need to leave her alone. She's still a human at the end of the day. And, people go through relationship problems, but she should have ended that shit a long time ago. I don't know why she kept letting it go. Like he was going to change and this and that, blah, blah, blah. And tip. And she knew what he was out there doing. Shit. How many damn women got to come to you and let you know what your man doing for you to listen? Come on now, all the women were lying on him.
What if he's an angel? What if those women are just scandalous and they just don't want to see Cardi B happy?
First of all, if you ever paid attention to the lies she was doing with him, she didn't look happy anyway.
So why do the lies with him?
Huh?
So why do the lies?
I've been gone so long, you live streaming Mo Obama phone, rolling on the floor, laughing, rolling on the floor, laughing, crown, hand waving.
Shout out to Miss Lady T. Appreciate the love. So you think Offset's a bad person?
No, I don't think he's a bad person. I think that he needs to grow up, though. And if he wasn't ready to be with just one woman, then he should have just continued to just date her or, whatever. But I think he's going through his own issues because, the Migos album flopped, you know what I'm saying? So he probably feeling a little jealous, you know what I'm saying? His woman got the #1 record and he got a #1 flop, you know what I'm saying? So, hey.
Okay.
The woman on top and you on the bottom, I mean, hey.
Is that the
and
case?
They both entertainers. They both entertainers.
You think there's jealousy because of the music?
Yes, there's jealousy. Yes.
Is Offset going to drop a diss? Is he going to drop a diss record?
I doubt, because men don't really do stuff like that. But I expect something from her real soon.
Well, why is that? Why don't men do stuff like that?
Because it's not considered man-like, you know what I'm saying? And it wouldn't be good for his image anyway. Not saying that he don't want to drop one, but you know what I'm saying. He probably won't. He probably done wrote some shit, but by putting it out, I doubt it. But if she tapped into the pain she going through now, she'll have another #1 record. So I think it's time for her to start working on another album.
No, she
'Cause
already
Kane
lied. She
bring
already
a
lied
lot
to the
of
women. Y'all still gonna listen to Cardi B nonsense after this? She told
I don't
y'all.
listen to Cardi B first of all,
Uh,
so
it ain't
moving
what I
right
heard.
along.
I heard you in the Discord reciting the lyrics to WAP. I already know you be rapping. So look,
I
you forgot
listened
to
to
cut your
that
mic off.
song one time.
You forgot to cut your mic off. I heard you rapping it bar for bar. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't fooling nobody. I already know you out there rapping the WAP, dropping the top, doing all that shit. It don't stop. I already know what's going on. You can't fool me, Miss Rashid.
That wasn't me. That was Miss Bell.
Oh, that could have been right. She was getting to turn her mic off too. Oh,
Yeah.
Miss Barbara, Bad Bot, OG Triple OG Keith, how y'all doing this afternoon? Broderick,
That was Miss Bieber Babel. That's
huh?
who that was.
Oh,
Miss Bieber Babel. B to the L. Yes, that's who that was.
B to the L to Bell. Okay, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so, but I mean, what do you think? Do you think good pussy is enough to keep a relationship intact?
So I think good pussy is enough. Hell no. It ain't never been enough.
Mm. Well, why do some women act like that's all it takes?
We don't know if that's how she acts. We don't even know her. We know the music that she puts out.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what a lot of people don't know,
Mm-hmm.
especially the ones that wasn't her fans prior to her doing all this extra shit.
Mm-hmm.
Her music didn't even sound all that sexual at first. You know what I'm saying? It was just regular rap.
Mm-hmm.
And then she out here trying to make that money and them coins that got influence. And all of a sudden, her whole image just turns to this sexy, ghetto, trash, rapping about sex. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna be
But
honest.
you
I
know
don't. I
what?
don't
At
think
the
her
end
image
of
was
the
ever
day,
really pristine in the first place. But you know.
no, it wasn't. It was she was still considered ghetto. You know what I'm saying? But it's like once she became rapping and entertaining, it's like it exploded.
Yeah.
You know, like she came super ghetto.
Mm-hmm. So
And
you think it's an
at
act?
the
You
end of
think
the
that she?
day,
You think?
yeah, part of it is an act.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she all that extra all the time because, like I say, when I watch her during her live, she's just like a normal, regular person.
Mm-hmm.
And when people see her out and about, she just like a normal person. She don't even be wearing all that makeup and
Yeah, she
stuff.
looks
You
like
know
shit
what I'm
when she don't
saying?
wear makeup. But
No, not when she be just going out, you know, and
she looks terrible either way, in my opinion.
I mean, you know, just doing like shopping or you know, regular normal people stuff. And what else I was gonna say? But she's still responsible for the image that she put out at the end of the day. I don't care how much they paying you to do this and do that. You responsible for what you put out there.
I agree. With that. So.
And also, you know, the image that she puts out there is the way people respond to her.
Correct.
That's why she catches all this backlash. You know, people not don't feel sorry for her, laughing at her, and all that other kind of shit. But she has to take accountability and responsibility for what she put out there. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day.
Because ain't she the one out there talking about
And
people with pussy
I don't
trash and they
appreciate.
stink and all this
Wait,
other crazy stuff?
Let me say this right quick. Let me say this right quick. I don't appreciate people saying she's a role model for black women when prior to her excuse me, being famous, she always claimed she was a menace. You know what I'm saying? Now all of a sudden, her image is ghetto trash and raunchy and all this shit. Now people want to call her black. No, we not finna do that.
Well, same thing with
I
Kamala
don't care
Harris.
if a lot of black women do. I don't care if a lot of black women do support her. We not finna do that. We don't want her. Anyway, now what was you saying before I interrupted you?
Do you feel the same way about Kamala Harris?
She's Jamaican, right?
No, she claimed Indian all that time. She got inducted as the first Indian. I forgot what it was. She was like the first Indian woman or something. But she claimed Indian basically. She did that shit with that chick. That show that actress, and she was talking about Indian heritage. And she promoted all that until it came time to be, vice president. Now she's claiming the black thing.
You know what? I can't give you an accurate opinion on that because I didn't really fuck with her like that, and I don't really know all the ins and outs of what she claimed prior to. But from what I had heard, she was she was considered in the running for when he was trying to choose a black woman candidate. So for me, she just fell into that black woman. It ain't demographic. It's some other word. I be forgetting these damn words I supposed to say, but whatever. You know what I'm saying?
No, you don't be forgetting. You exposed yourself yesterday. I already know what's up with you. You ain't fooling me. Yeah, I already know the game.
Oh, would I drop that big word?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we know what's shaking with you. You ain't fooling nobody. If you're in the Discord, you ain't there. You missing it. Miss Barbara, how you doing? So that's what I'm saying, man. It's like, man, I know what you be up to. You may fool the rest of the damn folks. But I got my eyes on you.
Hey, I'm here for entertainment purposes. I ain't here to let people know I'm educated.
Okay. But, so what do you think happens? Do you think she moves on? Do you think she's single for a while? Like, what do you think her tone changes at all? Like, what do you think happens after this? Or everything back to normal?
I think she needs to grow up. That's what I think. She's only, 25, 26 now, 27? Something like that. I think she needs to grow up, worry about raising her daughter the right way, not all this bullshit, ghetto trash, all this, I call it the you know what I'm saying, because that's what it is, you know what I'm saying, and be a better role model for her daughter, you know what I'm saying, and put on some damn clothes, and leave these bum-ass niggas alone. I don't care if they are rich. Leave them alone. You can do bad by yourself. And trust me, when she was with him, she was doing bad. I don't care if he do love you. He didn't love you enough to respect you in your relationship. And you need to love yourself, because in some ways I think she got no self-esteem. Because anybody project themselves to that kind of disrespect, you know what I'm saying, and always knowing these other women ain't lying on your man. But some of them had receipts. You know what I mean by receipts? Like, they had messages from him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, like, I could see a woman just saying something, going off the cuff, just saying blah, blah, blah. But when she got receipts and you still don't want to listen for some reason because you don't want the public, I guess, to see you as dumb or whatever, you have to cut your losses and move on. You'll get over it. Everybody been through heartbreak. You know what I'm saying? It's what you do after you're heartbroken. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think like all that shit Do you think like all that shit she talk is kind of coming back too? Do you think that's part of the reason like why people ain't feeling sorry for her?
It's karma. It's karma, because that bullshit she putting out there for other people's daughters to sit up there and follow, and they following in her footsteps and shit, and doing dumb shit and twerking. Ain't nothing wrong with twerking, but just not being a best person. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully she'll see that at the end of the day, she needs to be a better role model, not just for herself, but for her daughter and for other people's daughters that's looking up to her. Now, she came a long way, because I give her credit. She's a boss, you know what I'm saying, because she made, she made a good living for herself. But now that you've made the money, you should be able to do something, transform yourself, because everybody grows, you know what I'm saying? And that's what she needs to do. She needs to grow into a woman. So it's time for her to put away them childish things and this little girl shit, you know what I'm saying, and get on her grown woman shit, you know what I'm saying, and boss up. That's what she needs to do. And part of that is getting rid of his bum ass. But that just needs to be one step. That's just one step. You know what I'm saying? She got 12 more to go.
Damn.
No, it's 12. She got 11 more to go.
You taking extra steps and shit? Damn.
Yeah. That's just how I look at it. But at the end of the day, I still wish her well, because she still is a human being, at the end of the day.
Okay. I think it's going to be interesting. See what happens. I don't know personally if she does.
I don't either.
Because I think there's so much buffer. You're going to have so many people just supporting it and saying, you ain't do this, and this, and it's just going to continue to encourage the behavior. Especially if she does come out on some Taylor Swift shit and do the whole hateful revenge song. You know, us gonna get all of them fired up and you know, and so if she capitalizes of it and doesn't really take the time to learn anything from it, I don't think anything will change. So.
But this her second time filing. She needs to go and follow through and cut her losses because she probably blocking her blessings from getting her a good man. And I hope she don't get another one like him. That's all I say.
I don't know if she knows what a good man is. I think her look for all the niggas she drugged back in the
But
club. Her
in
karma
order
is
for her
cancer.
to get a good man, I feel like, and this is the last thing I'll say because I know I've been talking a long time. In order for her to get a good man, she needs to clean her image up. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because don't no good man want no good red hoe hanging on his arm. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
She needs to represent herself as a lady. You know what I'm saying? And a wife and a mother. So that's why I think she attracted that kind of man to her in the first place because he probably thought she was some dumb bitchy hoe. You know what I'm saying? And when you meet a man and you present yourself like that, that's how you get treated in the long run. He might play that baby I love you shit, but at the end of the day, that's how he thinks of you. And the way that he been out there, just bouncing from woman to woman, setting up threesomes, all that shows that he didn't respect her anyway. But you got to get him some to respect at the end of the day.
Not correct, because if you don't respect yourself, you know, and I agree with you what you said about that self-confidence thing, because, you know, even as a celebrity, you know, all the work she got done and just all the extra stuff that, and some of it wasn't necessary, but I guess, you know, you feel the particular way, because she got the abs done, the teeth done, the butt, the titties done, everything is done. You a whole revamp, you know what I'm saying? So, I think that
But you know what, people don't, the eyes don't lie. And there's a sadness. There's a sadness about her that I see when I look at her and look into her eyes, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know where that comes from. I don't know if it's her feeling like she's just not good enough or just feeling, I don't know, I just sense some low self-esteem issues. And I really don't know where they coming from, you know. But money don't necessarily improve your self-esteem, you know what I'm saying? And getting all that work done don't do it either because that's working on the outside. I think she needs counseling, and I think she needs to
she need to go fix my
really
life.
she really needs to look and see what is driving her to. She might be bipolar. I don't know, but yeah, she needs to get a mental health evaluation.
Now I don't know. I ain't finna give a unknown diagnoses, but you know definitely need some help because again, when you've been celebrated for and you've been supported for having bad behaviors, you know what I mean, and you profit off of that, you know build a lifestyle, a life of it. It's hard to think that doing anything else is the right move. Like these things that I've done have made me rich. They've made me wealthy. I got all kind of attention. You know, my marriage went to shit that quick and all that other stuff. But so I
But she
agree.
been doing that before she was rich. You know what I'm saying?
So that's what I'm saying. So she
So
needs
she had anger.
intervention.
She had anger management issues prior to her being rich. So that's what I'm saying. She needs to find out what is the real source of her anger because there's always a cause.
Who threw the shoe at who? Was she threw the shoe at old gal or old gal threw the shoe at her?
She threw the shoe.
Yeah, okay. That's what I'm saying.
Like I said, she always want to pull up on somebody and jump on somebody and fight. All that is signs of some kind of something wrong. You know what I'm saying? You can't just pop off and want to meet up to get beat up people all the time. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy.
Yeah, you're rich. You gotta have somebody do the dirt for you.
Yeah. I mean, she could. But yeah, she needs to get anger management and stuff. So.
Okay. I can agree with that. She needs something. She definitely needs to take this time and take advantage of this time to, get everything back on track.
Hey, what they call that? When a monk goes for a long time and they be off the sabbatical. That's what she do, sabbatical.
Yeah, sabbatical and whatever you want to call it, something like that. Because don't teachers do some shit like that?
You know what else she needs? She needs some lavender.
Miss Rashida, I enjoyed the call. We covered a wide array of shit. I'm
She
not,
needs
fu-
some lavender.
I'm not fucking with you today. Not till the Discord. I'm not getting involved in the shenanigans at this early in the afternoon. I will save it for the Discord. Miss Cardi, how you doing? Jerry Key, what's the
All right.
motherfucking deal? All
Y'all
right.
take care of it. Hey, Miss Grace and Sarah, everybody. And John from New York. Yeah, y'all have a good one. I'll see y'all in Discord.
All right. You too, Miss Rashida. Thank you for calling.
Okay, take care of the Bye bye.
What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling in to the den this afternoon?
Hello, Mr. Honcho, Frost here.
Frost, what's the motherfucking deal? How you feeling about this whole scenario, Mr. Frost?
Well, as far as this whole Cardi B scenario, the only thing is pretty much to say is that after all that stuff Offset been doing, you knew this was coming.
Eventually,
Okay.
I don't know, cause I don't know how much more she was gonna take. 'Cause there was a lot of shit that he did, So I was kind of wondering, whether or not she would. But the fact that she did, good for her.
Although, honestly, the only thing that's really come as so much of a surprise is basically how long this went on for, because for someone who was basically a dirty dog sheep, he got a lot of chances in free passes.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think she gave him so much leeway?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that again?
I said, why do you think she gave him so much leeway? Why do you think he had so many opportunities before everything finally shut down?
Cause he rich. What else?
But she's rich too, so why should she accept that? It's not like she would be, losing out on anything.
And then he got a. I think one of the reasons is mostly because she already knew that every time he messed up, she was gonna keep shoot. I said pretty much the money was gonna keep rolling in, the gifts was gonna keep rolling in, and the diamonds was gonna keep rolling in.
But wasn't she the one giving him the gifts and the money and stuff? Then she came like a whole. I forgot what it was his birthday. I can't remember if it was 100,000 or if it was 500,000 or what. In cash, and she gave him all this for his birthday. And again, it's hard to get something for somebody who has fucking everything. So again, I don't know how much material things impact a relationship when both of you are filthy fucking rich, right? So I don't know. Like I said, I'm not sure. Like I said, I don't know. Like, to me, with her being wealthy, with her also being a breadwinner, the forgiveness seems like those trinkets and things would mean a lot less. It's like I can do that shit for myself. It's not a big deal.
But then, yes, like I said, but then again, given how we live in a society where people will break up over the smallest things not worth breaking up over. She gave him lots and lots of champions. She even carried his kid. So like I said, so honestly, I'm really not sure what it was, but it had to have been something, because normally after the first sheet, the relationship's over. That's it. But this time it was over after like the fifth or sixth time.
I agree. And I think, once you allow that to happen and you start kind of showing signs of kind of being a push, nobody's ever going to take you serious. And he probably never took it serious from the jump, honestly. And it is what it is. There's something she should have peeped, prior to, making all this videos. Like, you got to, again, that's where we kind of get back to the low self-esteem thing. Like, at the point where they were together, she was worth, a good amount of money. And she's blown up even more so, since then. But it's just like, why don't you think she could realize her value then? And again, like I said, just allowing this to continue to happen. She's one of the most famous women in the world right now. I won't say could have any man she want, but there's a lot of guys who would probably fuck with her, and you know. But you keep letting this one dude, you know, say bamboozle you time and time and time again. And again, you let people do stuff, they're not gonna respect it. You keep forgiving, they're not gonna respect it. You know, what do you think about her? Why didn't she act sooner? Like to just, I mean, it has to be embarrassing, all this news coming out and all these other things.
The only realistic, the only outcome that I can come up with is that she was most likely planning this. she was I'm thinking is she was most likely planning this for a long time. My guess is that she probably just wanted to like wait for the right time. Wanted to wait for the right time and just like really get at him. But given how he recently came out and he said and then he just said I no big deal. He said I no big deal. I ain't worried about it. On to the next. Proves that he really didn't care. So my two conclusions basically draw from either she was waiting for the right time, or she finally realized that this is what's working her more. Either way, in my opinion, they should have broke up. They should have broke up a long time ago. Because after that second time he messed around her, you knew those days were numbered.
Yeah, and I was just looking at something, and she said pardon me, that one of her reasons was that he basically cheated on her the entire time. And I mean, again, I think everybody on the outside looking in saw that. And again, you'd also have pride. You don't want to, especially when you're out there promoting your pussy in such a manner. I think it has to be embarrassing for a woman to say that, you know, it couldn't keep a man. So I'm sure there's a lot of pride on the line that slowed things up. But it maybe got to a point where between pride and embarrassment, you know, embarrassment finally overtook the pride, and she just had to make that decision.
Yes, but then again, I say yes, that's true. But then again, that whole Cardi B always showing her goodies and stuff. You see, when you're dating, that's the thing. If you're dating just the average girl, sorry. When you're dating the average girl, it's kind of normal. When you're dating the average girl, it's completely justified to not want to tolerate or put up with that. But when you're dating a celebrity, especially one like Cardi B, that's kind of a thing you're gonna have to put up with. Females basically doing the things that they do, singing the songs that they currently do, because that's the thing. They got asses and asses sell.
That's all
But then again, in this current world, like I said, if legit porn stars can have happy marriages despite what they do, why can't celebrities?
Again, and I think, you know, celebrity situations different because everybody's in your shit because you got so many people who live vicariously through these celebrities and through these relationships and, you know, all of these things like that. And so there's always more pressure on those because, you know, a regular relationship, you may have a couple of dozen people who give a fuck, you know, who may be paying attention. But with these celebrity situations, millions and millions of motherfuckers in your business, especially with that notoriety, I'm pretty sure there is a higher attempt at infidelity towards, I won't say the partners themselves probably commit more infidelity, but I'm sure there are more opportunities with them being famous. Like, it's just so much more going on, you know. I feel sorry for celebrities. Like, I wouldn't want to be famous, honestly. Rich, of course, but fame it never goes away. You know what I'm saying? So whether you're rich or broke, like, people will still be all in your shit. You know, even like old buddy from the Cosby Show, motherfucker working a regular job, And because he used to be, on a famous show, motherfuckers outing him and embarrassing him and shit like that. Like you can't live normal once you become famous. So, it's very, very unfortunate for famous people.
Yes, it is. But the thing is, but not for everybody, because most people can't actually fly under the radar once a certain amount of time goes by, because basically because everybody knows, even by fame standards, everyone has an expert. because even as fame standards go, everybody has an expiration date. Everyone has an expiration date. Some people have fortunate ones, and others have less fortunate ones.
I would agree. And again, yeah, it just depends on the outcome. Probably how you went out, and how to have people till they discover you again. Again, like I say, it's just me personally. I think it's a terrible thing. Fame is an awful thing. But yeah, I think it probably does. It may do more damage to relationships than we know. I mean, like I say, because you always have somebody prying into that shit. So it's unfortunate. But how do you think that Cardi bounces back? Do you think that she's single for a while? You think she bounces back with another dude or rapper or athlete or something? Like, what do you think happens from this point forward? Do you think they go through with the divorce? Or do you think they try to work it out?
Given the two people that we're talking about, the way I see this playing out is Offset he probably gonna find another girl within the next 15 minutes or so. And Cardi B, and as far as Cardi B goes, on the surface, many people will think she got a long list of guys that she could choose from any minute now. But I think, but after a breakup like this, especially marriage, she's probably gonna be single for a while. Drop another few hits, and end up with somebody a couple of months down the line, probably before the end of the year. But like I said, but oddly enough, in their relationship, the main question that's on my mind is that I wonder how much that big ass wedding ring is gonna sell for.
Oh man, because it was hers, it might increase in value. Usually like stuff like that would decrease, but because, it might have been some celebrity or somebody may want it. Who knows? So that's a very interesting question. Like, I don't know. I think it's weird, honestly, because, guys don't really give a fuck about a female status like that. I don't know about, what guy. I'm sure there's always some guy there, because, there's always some guy dating a Kardashian or whatever. But I think a lot of those dudes were cool with it because they felt at that point in time like, the Kardashian had like a lower status than they did. Even I think when they first got together, I would say Offset was probably more popular than, she was. She was up and coming. He kind of had that, Amigos had their little established thing going on. And so I think when it comes to situations where women who are viewed as, powerful, I won't say dominant, but she's got a lot of fame. She may be the bigger name in the majority of relationships that she got in. I don't think there's too many guys that she could level up with that would be interested. And then again, I think guys that are at the same tier or lower may be intimidated. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think her options are going to be as plentiful as some may say. Again, a lot of people are going to be turned off by her loud and brash personality. Like, even with a lot of these Instagram thotties and all this other shit that goes on that motherfuckers dating, like, you just see them, you don't really hear them. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm pretty sure a lot more of them, because they're on the receiving end of stuff, are much more submissive and stuff like that. Like, I think it's going to be a little bit more difficult for her. I saw somebody also talking about all I want for my birthday is to have my wife back, but we already know what that is. It's neither here nor there. And I don't know when his birthday is. I'm sure it's soon, maybe, I don't know. But I don't know. I think Cardi may have a little bit of a time before it's all said and done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I say Yeah, I said, yeah, that's true. She may have some. She may have some time. She may have some time, but then she may have some time. But then again, she may have some time. But then again, when all said, but then again, when all said and done, I actually hope that she does. I actually hope that she does have a good candidate in the future because look at the fact 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 because look at the facts. The fact she loved him. She loved him. He didn't love her. She was good to him. He was a hoe.
Yeah. But, you know, like I said, she's got to carry herself a lot better, too. If she wants to appeal to anything better, she's going to have to make some radical transformations. Because if she was just any chick from the hood with that same demeanor and behavior, nobody would want that. She, again, like I said, it'd be a pump and dump situation. So I think she has to clean up right. Like, and this is the perfect opportunity because all these things are being presented to her. You know, they try to bring her into the political arena. They're trying to, you know, do all these different things with her. Like, this would be the perfect time to really capitalize on who you are, make a huge shift. Like, she has the opportunity to do something powerful, but I don't think she's going to do it. I think things are going to remain largely the same. But we'll see what happens. You know, and we'll see what happens with that.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will. Yes, we will see. Yes, we will see what happens. She's probably, like I said, she's probably gonna stay. Like I said, she's probably gonna stay single for a while. Probably gonna stay single for a while. Focus on her bait. Like I said, make some more hits. Focus on her baby and more. Focus on her baby and all stuff and more. And like I said, I'll land on this spot, Mr. Hodge. Like I said on that last video when it came to what Sierra did with Russell, what Sierra did the future with Russell Westbrook. One thing I hope Cardi B does in this process. I hope she got rid of that zero. She gonna find her a hero.
Again, like I say, we'll see. But she got, like I say, she got a lot to work on. Any man who takes her as is, I'd have a lot of questions about him. Or it's either going to be a similar to another Offset situation. It's going to be at the opposite end. Who she is right now, she's not going to find a good man. She's either going to find another Offset or she's going to find maybe something Russell-esque, you know what I mean, in the simp department. But I don't think right now no normal stand-up dude would want to deal with her behavior on a daily basis. So like again, it's going to be up to her to you know fix those things and then have better options.
Yes, that's true. Yes, that's true. Yes, that's true. Thanks for taking my call, Hunch.
All right, Mr. Frostman, I appreciate you calling in, sir.
All right, I'll let you.
All right, you have a good evening. All right. We're at that point. I know we got some more calls, but like I said, I got some other little school-related issues I got to take care of. So I apologize for anybody holding that did not get to get in. I know it took calls a little bit longer. They kind of was a little bit off with the first 15 minutes missing. But this is what we're going to do. We're going to slide immediately into the Discord. I'm going to be there, but I'm going to be taking care of some things. Probably closer to 3:30-ish. I'll be a little bit more active, 3:20, 3:30-ish. Like I said, I got to go chop it up real quick. But I appreciate y'all following through. I appreciate all the calls. Shout out to Mr. Man Up. And again, like I said, we can keep the conversation going to Discord. I just put the link in there. And then let me put the link in there again real quick. Again, Friday night, karaoke. Saturday night, we're going to have the Digital Den meet and greet. If you want to be a part of that, let me know in the Discord. Shoot me a little message or something. I'll make sure I put the right role so you can be a part of that. You're going to have to get on your camera if you want to be in the Digital Den meet and greet Saturday evening. Like I say, Sunday is my birthday. I don't know if we're going to do something here or do something on the Discord. Probably in the Discord, get a little crazy. Because in Discord, you can do whatever the fuck you want to. So, probably be in the Discord after a while. After the fucking texting game. Anyway, I'll fucks with y'all. I got to go. Chugging up deuce. Y'all be cool like y'all be cool. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Again, Discord link just got posted. I feel like I'm forgetting some social medias, all that stuff. I'm out. I think I'm out.